With the release of the new skill Necromancy, I figured it'd be the perfect time for me to start streaming myself. So join me on August 7th, right after the update, and August 8th at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on twitch.tv/TrueDeathKiller for my very first streams. We're just going to go hang out, have a good time, and just enjoy the new skill. So again, join me on August 7th, right after the update, and again on August 8th, starting at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on twitch.tv/deathkiller. And now, on to the rest of the video. So something that I'm sure a lot of other people are going to do, but I want to mention it just so everyone kind of knows what I'm going to do, is I do plan on making Necromancy my main combat style. Originally, I was going ranged. I think I've mentioned it before. Sorry, I'm moving my microphone a bit. I was going to go ranged. I think I mentioned it multiple times. I was going between like range or mage. I'm actually going to use Necromancy. It's the new combat style. We're going to have new stuff to do. It's going to have unique progression. That's going to be my main probably combat style. It depends how much I like it, right? I want to try it. And I want to see how good it is, and I'll most likely just use it as my main one. And it's kind of pointless to say, because I know everyone's going to be using it as their main combat style for a while. A, because it's the new one, and B, because it's probably going to be stronger than the other one since it goes up to 120. So, okay, so I forgot to show it, and I do apologize. But I finished mining all of the ore and smelting it, so we accomplished that. What I'm working on now is I'm going and getting my Slayer up a little bit here. I would ideally like to get up to level 88 at least, just so I have access to the Softman, I think it's like Softman Slayer dungeon or something like that, and so I can start fighting corrupted monsters. That's what I would like to get to. I don't think it's actually going to happen in time because Slayer is not my strong suit, but we're going to do some Slayer grinding. I figure why not? It's a good thing. We'll work on some Slayer. So that's what I'm doing now. But one thing I want to mention, because I'm sure some people might be curious, but why am I actually doing an elf task, especially as an OSRS player? I was going to skip it, and then I looked into elves. I'm like, well, it's RuneScape 3. It might be different. And these bad boys give 600 XP a pop, and their drops are actually fairly nice. They don't give a lot of herbs, but they give some herbs, and they have a chance of dropping limpet roots and whiteberries, which are all pretty nice. All noted, mind you, so you can just sit here, chill, and just have a good time, and it is super nice. Obviously, even like with my gear, I'm using a lot of food. If I wanted to use no food, I would just bring prayers, and you know, like if I had soul split, you could soul split it and probably basically never have to worry about food. But regardless, even with what I did, it's not bad. I got 2 crystal tool seeds, which I'm sure might be lucky in the 163 I've killed, but these guys give a lot of XP. Just put in perspective, you get like, I think it's a flat 600 per one, so 600 times 163. This one task gave me 97k XP. One more thing. I'm sure some people might be curious what Slayer Master I'm using. Until I get to 85, I can't use the Prif Slayer Master. So what I'm doing is I'm going to... sure, there's a better fairing to get to. I'm just defaulting to what I know. I'm coming here. I just run over. It takes 2 seconds. And use the fairing to get to the Ancient Cavern, which requires something to be completed. And then I'm just going over here. Come up here. Here. And then there'll be a Slayer Master, which is the best Slayer Master I can use, I believe. Talk to, and I just go and get a task from her. All right, I'm gonna be honest, that is probably one of my favorite Slayer tasks. Also, I realized the amount wasn't correct for the elf task. That was the task number. Anyways, but yeah, that Mythal Dragon task was super easy. It took 10 minutes to do. That's not even an exaggeration. Actually, it's a little exaggeration. It took like 50. To do, which was super awesome. And we got a nice chunk of XP because they give as much XP as elves per kill, so that's great. And we got bones, which is super awesome. So I might have mentioned this before, but I'm going to say it again because every time I do Slayer, I notice it, and I actually really like it. So in old school RuneScape, your Slayer XP is based off of the amount of health the enemy has. In RuneScape 3, they changed it, and in my opinion, so far, it's been better because the XP rates just feel faster. I don't know if they actually are. But, and basically the enemies don't give XP based off their health. Instead, they just give XP based off of, I don't know, whatever the hell Jagex gave them is my guess. But I enjoy that, honestly. It's a lot better because rather than going like, oh, does this enemy have enough HP and no defenses that it's worth killing, you can just go and do the task and be like, oh, hey, this enemy has a lot of, you know, just gives a lot of XP, so I can do it. Like, for example, Queenback Dragon gives 1.6k per kill. These guys give like 100, and I have it pulled up here. I like to look it up because it's fascinating. 197, so basically like 200 XP per kill. So yeah, it's pretty solid. So like each like 100 tasks, so I'll just say 160 of these guys. So 160 times 197 is 31k XP. I get 31k XP from this, and this is actually a very quick task. This does not take long at all, because you destroy them in seconds. So there's that. And I have the auto smasher, so like I can smash them automatically. So one more thing to mention about Necromancy is I need to find spots to train at. So combat is obviously going to be the best way to train the skill. I think that's goes almost without mentioning, but that's what everyone seems to be saying, is that, oh, you're going to just level, it's a combat skill, so you're going to level up through combat. So I'm assuming we're going to be leveling it up through combat, and then like the rituals and stuff like that are just going to be more supportive aspects of the game. So there's that. As for how I'm going to level up, it's really awkward because a lot of the good ways are kind of, how do I put it? A lot of the good ways everyone's going to be doing, right? Like abyssal demons, corrupted scarabs, the abyss in general, armored zombies. I'm trying to think what else, and I'm sure there's more, are all going to be taken. Now, I do have a singular place I have in mind that I'm hoping won't be taken, and I don't think it will, but you never know. So something I want to mention, I decided to kind of look at some content I missed while I was gone, and some big updates have happened. So that's what I'm going to do for the rest of this episode. First things first is apparently woodcutting and construction got a nice big update. I still have to look at them, but woodcutting is now, yeah, it got rebalanced, and supposedly, I don't know how true this is, but supposedly basically the higher tier is actually now better. So like basically chopping the best log you can is now supposedly the best XP, so that's good. I'm happy about that one. I'm cool with it. I do have my crystal hatchet, and I'm assuming this is still the best one. Looks like we can make, they did the whole smithing route with it from what I can see from the thing, and I'm gonna be real, I like that. So I didn't say it while I was doing it, but the wood cutting seems to be going a lot faster. When I was cutting those oak logs, because I needed to get oak logs because I apparently had none, I cut them in what honestly felt like seconds. It was crazy. My inventory is filling so quickly. So whatever update they did to the trees is so much better. So supposedly crystal hatchets are like just all around better now, as well as just like woodcutting in general is just better. And from what I saw from AFK XP, it seems that crystal or magic logs are now a decent way of leveling training. I have to look into what people say, because I like to do AFK no boosts, because I don't want to go and like hunt out a bunch of boost items and then use them all and the whole 9 yards. So anything that I can just basically AFK, I'd rather do for woodcutting. So there's that. So I got to look into it, but from what I've seen, it's just simply just chop magic logs until I get to level 95, and then I can do golden bamboo, and then just do golden bamboo. So we'll see what I actually do. This is Murder on the Border completed. I totally didn't just spam through quest dialogue or anything. I just realized as I'm doing this, none of these quests were on the list of recommended quests, so I'm probably wasting my time for Necromancy, but nonetheless, it's good I complete quests anyways, and whole 9 yards. Realized how I probably don't need to do any of this, but you never know. Jagex might have conveniently left it out, or whatever. Boom. Completed. Unwelcome guests. I now have access to Raptor as a Slayer Master, which I don't think I'm going to use. From what I read, he's not a bad Slayer Master. He seems to be for like low levels. Like he's like the intro Slayer Master you should use now. That's my understanding. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I am just merely guessing. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. And the fort is, well, the grove thing is completed. So this is a cool little woodcutting area. You can unlock, as you raise the tiers up, you can unlock better trees. Now I only have oak and regular trees, and there's left click deposits here, which are good. I do need to get logs anyways to be able to upgrade, or to be able to get a log box thing. Hold on, I'll show you exactly what I mean. Wooden box, boom, here you go. Wooden box can be upgraded with the fletching skill, boom. So I need to get, I think it's 8 is how many we need. So Let me go snag. You also have a chance with this. I don't know if you need to be tier 3 or not, but you have a chance at getting Imcondo axe pieces to then, you know, turn a Sorry, my cat is scratching at my desk. It's a wooden desk, so he loves scratching at it. To go and get a thingy, to get an Imcondo hatchet, which is the new best in slot hatchet in the game. Obviously, this content came out a long time ago, but might as well check it out, I guess. I need to get 3 more, and then I'll go and craft the log thing, and then I'll go and make an oak one, and a whole 9 yards. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be content. It's gonna be quality content when I'm done. Okay, currently doing a test stream at the moment, so I apologize if anything seems scuffed. It should all be exactly the same, but I don't know how it's gonna look until I look back at it. But it should be the same. Anyways, this is, well, I guess 82 construction, but this is the tier 2 of the forestry place unlocked, which is good. I'm now gonna go and get up to tier 3 because I have all the supplies for that. Okay, this is about to be the tier 3 Woodcutter's Grove is the actual name. I called it forestry in the last clip, but tier 3 completed. I'm going to work on the other stuff. The cool thing about this one is we now have access to a elder tree in here, which is pretty good. And also, I think it's while we're woodcutting here, we can get bird nests. So we want to chop stuff here. We got logs, yeah, elder tree. I think is there a magic tree? I don't actually know. And the entire perk of this area is the fact that you can go, and I think it's only here. I could be wrong. But the bird nests here have a chance to drop the Imcondo pieces, which I can then go and use to upgrade my thingy, my hatchet from a dragon hatchet to an Imcondo one, which is the best hatchet in the game. So we have those benefits to ourselves here, so that's pretty good. Did not record the other 2 upgrades, but this is tier 3 workshop completed. So there we go. We got this done. We're only up to 83, so a good bit into 83 as well, so that's pretty good. It doesn't look any different, I'll be completely honest. I also have my sound muted. I do apologize. So there's that. I know I showed off the thing at tier 3 as well. I'm going to stop here for now. I'll probably do some more later, if not maybe another episode. So I think we'll stop here for now. I want to kind of do some other things, so that's what I'm going to do. I just got to figure out what I want to do, but I'm going to do some other things. So let's go do that. So with the weekend being over, I wanted to go and show you guys the progress I made on this weekend. It might not seem like a lot, but I actually feel like I made a decent bit considering it's my first time back in RuneScape. I cooked some food, getting myself all the way up to 88 cooking, which means I can now cook the cave fish unboosted, because previously before I was boosting for them, so I don't have to boost for it anymore, so I can cook the rest of those when I want. From there, I went and did some Slayer, and I'm basically 84 Slayer, which is actually kind of nice. I went and got myself 2 strength levels, which is pretty nice in itself as well. I got myself an entire level and a half of construction. I did some of the Fort Fern 3 quests and got some stuff upgraded to tier 3 with Fort Fern 3. Again, it doesn't seem like a whole lot, but it was a decent bit. I also got my runecrafting up, from level 62 or something all the way up to 67, which is nice. I do want to work on this more throughout the time. But we also went and turned in a bunch of last wills, which is the primary thing we want to see from about 2 days, a little over 2 days, sorry, of me going and turning in last wills, which we have a total of 15 more, we'll just say 14 more days after this one of doing these. So let's see what about a little over 2 days gets us. We got ourselves 260 regular bones, or 280 regular bones, 64 big bones, 154 baby dragon bones, 544 dragon bones, which some of these are of course from previously had, a tiny bit were previously had, but a majority of the extra ones were from the Queen Black Dragon and the Dragon Task. 67 Dagonoth bones, 63 Orc bones, 13 Dinosaur bones. I think I had this previously. 4 Dragonkin bones and 3 Frost Dragon bones. That's pretty good. I've also went and farmed myself 99 wool. I got 9 black wool and 18 summer down wool. So we have a decent starting supply of stuff. In terms of potions, we've actually had some net gains. I've gotten some herbs. Oh, that's one thing I want to mention. I'm almost 91 herb lord. I can actually get 91 whenever I want. I have more than enough stuff for it, but I forgot to mention it. So anyways, I've been growing some herbs. I got an entire farming level, which is something I completely forgot to mention. So we got that, which is pretty good. I made myself some more overloads. I have 5 more overloads, which is nice. So we can definitely utilize those. We'll make more as time goes on. I think we're just missing we're missing Torstal. That's the primary thing we're lacking. But I have some stuff more. I can make some more herbs from doing QBD. I also got myself some nice things. I got myself some more Sarah Brews, which is always welcome, and of course some more super stores, which again are always welcome. For the most part, that's about everything caught up for you guys on a nice TLDR of what we've done this episode. Game plan going forward, I'll probably continue to do some Slayer. I'll probably continue to do some Slayer. I would like to get this up a little bit. It's not a huge rush, but I want to get this up a little bit. I'll continue to work on my farming, doing like what herb seeds I have, primarily just doing it for the farms to get some more wool. I also plan on going and utilizing some more, rune crafting along the way, and I'll probably finish off my Fort Friend 3 throughout the month as well. Those are the primary goals kind of stated. We'll kind of go along the ways. I'm kind of going, just by whim, honestly. So we'll see from there. Now, another thing I do kind of want to eventually work on is archaeology, as I feel like that might be tied to necromancy. I feel like Jagex would do that, but they haven't stated anything, so I think it'll be fine. But it is also one of my lowest skills along with invention, so I think I do want to work on this. My Slayer is directly tied to my invention level anyways, because I am going and siphoning my crystal halberds as I go and get level 9 on them, to give me some XP. I actually should grow a level. I'll be close to a level after the next one, so there is that. I could not siphon them, but I don't care. Anyways, there's that. I'm going to go and continue playing, but I figured I'd call the episode here.